Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently doing things outside of Africa. And that, of course, is phenomenal. Now we have 20,000 gold, and we don't need additional gold. We might want to consider moving off of wealth focus, to be honest, but in favor of what? Learning in order to grab scientific, maybe? I suppose we could do that. Our current player era is 12. He is already on a learning education, so we probably do want to educate him with somebody. The question is, who? So whoever's got the highest learning right now, that would be like a skill 3 from one of our wives? Sure. And this should be our son and heir. Yes. Okay, so we'll do something like that. Fantastic. Now, we do have some constructions that we can spend money on. This would just be boosting up our hill farms. That sounds good. We can probably just spend money on literally everything that isn't constructing right now. Most likely. Let's just go through each of these counties and check to see if there's anything that needs to be upgraded. There is in some of them, and there isn't in others. So we're not going to be fully maxed out yet, but this is definitely making solid progress. Laraba, we can build a blacksmith district in. That's maxed. We can upgrade, say, the scriptorium. That's absolutely okay. Actually, this is smithies here. Hang on. Gotta be quick. Got it. Okay. So I'm going to abort this. I'm going to replace this with probably going to be like... We could go with workshops, but I don't feel like that's all that necessary. Caravanserai would be good. Hunting grounds would probably be about the best we could do, though, or blacksmiths. Blacksmiths is probably ideal. So we'll get going on that. That seems fine. Anything else in here? Well, livestock pens. Do we really want to have these frontier outposts? Is probably okay. Let's build our blacksmith here for now. Mason Guild. We've spent about half of our money, and we're definitely through more than half of our land. So let's build a draw plate here. That's okay. Lynchettes, yep, that sounds good. Livestock pen, amazing. Livestock pen here. Coops, and what would we want here? Well, definitely bellows. That would be fine. And farms. Excellent. We've still got 3,700 gold, so we have a lot of gold. No doubt about that. Are we truce to the HRE right now? We are not. There's a little bit of de jure land we would be able to take from them. This guy has a single county claim. Alternatively, we could do a Conquer Duchy. And if we were going to do that, I'd like to do like Gascony or something in the south of France here. Ooh, this would actually link up Burgundy and our Hispanian holdings. This is pretty good. I think we should do this. So let's get that truce going. That'll be absolutely fine. I'm going to raise our forces on the Hispanian side here. And we're going to raise up men-at-arms and a few levy troops. We know we'll need somewhere around 40,000. Yeah, something like that. What is this faction? Independence. I just started up the game, and we just unpaused it. This is going to recalculate here. I think this is actually the peasant rabble. Yeah. The independence might actually be real too, though. Okay, we probably would want to do something about this. It would be mostly this lady. She doesn't have any children. She's lacking a spouse. She wouldn't accept this due to her faith differing from ours and the marriage having low fertility, which is fair enough. We could demand her conversion and use a hook to guarantee it. This won't pull her out of the faction, but this will convert her over. Oh, we have way too many forces raised here. We're going to stop that, and we're going to head on in here. We're still fine with the amount of cash we've got. So she is now the correct religion, which means that we can do an arranged marriage here. And do we have, like, a similarly aged brother? We have a half-brother. And a half-sister that's on the older side. Okay. I don't think this would actually do the trick here. Where's our half-brother at? He is not in the list? Okay, fine. I don't think this would actually do the trick. Yeah, that would not result in an alliance. So instead, we'd want to do a marriage like this. Wait, she has children. When did that happen? I swear there weren't children here before. This is a different person. This is a different person. Hang on. It's this one. Okay, that makes more sense. That absolutely makes more sense. So we've got our player heir here. I would prefer it not to be our player heir. She's 27 reasons away from this, and it's because of low fertility. We need someone who is of age right now. That basically means our half-brother. He is unlanded. He is not at our court. And he's this guy's player heir. I see. Okay, so that's not an option, really. In which case, we've got this half-sister. Her father is alive, but he is currently married. Not a lot of option there, to be honest. I think we're going to have to go with this lady instead. So, not option here either. Oh my. Okay. We need to drop this faction by quite a bit. She's the primary problem. She's currently 43, and she's unmarried. I don't suppose... Ideas are happening here. Aha! That does it. Fantastic. We'll send that proposal. Excellent. We married her ourselves. So that sounds perfect. We see their army coming in here, so I'm going to leave behind a siege force here. I'm going to want this to be a fairly strong siege force. So we're going to leave our trebuchets and probably like 20,000 troops, while the rest of these head on over this way. And we'll leave this guy in charge of that siege. That looks phenomenal. They're spreading out. This is bad for them. This is really, really bad for them. They are too spread out here. We're going to start stack wiping very quickly. I do want to head up over to here, although maybe we just go through Toulouse. Well, no. We should actually go here. Yeah, they're too late. We stack wiped a quarter of their army there. And the rest of them are going pretty quick, too. I'm not sure if that stack wipe pays. No, it's not. But that doesn't really matter. We can hop up over here and continue to fight. Excellent. And we're going to continue these sieges as well. We're at 87%, by the way. 87% war score already. That's insane. That is crazy. We're basically done with this war. War is over. That was... okay, sure. We'll disband our troops. So that's excellent. No doubt about that. Are we still truce to Sardinia? We are. Okay. Italy. Are we truced here? We are not. However... wait. Wrong person. This is Italy. We are truce to Italy right now. Understood. White Horde is, of course, an Empire tier realm, and we would like to declare a war here. The Duchy of Calabria would be decent. That said, these duchy claims are expensive, and our prestige is kind of on the low side right now. Out of curiosity, this is an Empire tier realm here, and we're truced. So that's definitely not ideal. Why is this guy looking like this? He's a leper? That would do it. Okay. So he's a leper and didn't put on the mask. Gotcha. What about Oman? This is a potential option, but again, these are very expensive. Very expensive indeed. Now, out of curiosity, our innovations here, land grants is going to reduce it by 10%. That's convenient for sure. Probably not worth removing our fascination on cranes over. But that is certainly convenient. And then rightful ownership would reduce it by another 10%. So that would be like 120 off. That's not too bad, really. Okay. Well, I'm currently leaning towards Palestine here. Oh, this is a terrible division. Okay, this is a duchy tier realm? No, kingdom tier realm. Can we get a claimant then? I would love a kingdom tier realm, but nope, that's not going to happen. So what is our next goal then? Well, we are a little bit stymied on multiple fronts here. I think that the answer is we do end up going for Oman despite the cost. I want to just continue to clean this up. So we'll do that for now, and all we'll really need here probably is our men-at-arms and a couple of levy troops, like 5k-ish. That's what I'm leaning towards. And I do note that this dangerous faction is a thing that exists right now. We'll look at that in a moment here. Okay, so these guys are going to head in here. We have a stewardship perk, and we should probably take that. Monthly income per stress level. I don't really care about income at this point. I'm going to start going over towards scholarship focus. Okay, so that's fine for now. I do want to check in on this independence faction. The King of Africa, huh? Well, he's got this 1-year-old daughter. We definitely can work with this. Do it. That'll cost 300 prestige, but I'm okay with that. 17%. This is not great on the independence faction front, but that will drop them down to 60. Okay, so they're too weak to send an ultimatum for now. Sounds good. We're locked into this. It's taking our men-at-arms a long time to get here. Okay. Noted. They might end up defeating this force. Our men-at-arms are being really slow to get here in comparison, but that's fine. We're going to head in, and we'll see if we get there in time. If not, we'll probably just... Can we be back over here, please? Thank you. We'll probably just retreat this as soon as we can. Okay, so they're retreating back to here. No problem. This is completely okay. They held them there long enough for our men-at-arms to get there, actually. So that's perfect. Men-at-arms are just going to continue to siege through this. Yeah, this is fine. We stack wiped them, and no problem whatsoever. 810 gold to rebuild is fine. We don't care about that. Oh, they're going to be embarking here? 24 gold? Whatever. That's okay. Cool. So we're at 63% war score here. Our new wife died. That's probably for the best. Although apparently that built us up a bunch of stress. So we should do something about that stress. I mean, we could gain Hashish Stupor, which is not necessarily ideal. But we'll do it. That's not all that much stress reduction, to be honest. Okay. We're going to need to find ourselves a new wife, probably, but I'm going to leave that avenue open for right now. Yeah. I'm definitely going to leave that avenue open for the moment. Now, let's head over and grab their capital. That is very likely to end the war. Cool. We can enter seclusion, isolate capital, or hold court. No thanks. We don't need to do any of that right now. This is our vassal and champion. Yeah, demand artifacts. Get out of here. Not going to happen. We just lost a siege somewhere. Oh, up here. Okay. Whatever. I don't care about that. We're going to grab their capital, but now this is likely not going to end the war. We're going to need another siege or two. Probably, yeah, just the one. Excellent. So this siege will go very quickly as well. Yeah, this is super over. There we go. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. We do not want to hold these titles ourselves, so we'll grant them out. And for now, that's all we need to do. I'm not going to grant them any further. Cool. So that looks very solid. We're 12 of 11. Hang on. We need to grant this. There we go. Much better. Cool. So where do we want to continue our spread? Well, I really want to go after Italy. When is our truce up there? And also, are there any claimants on the Kingdom of Italy? Well, that's inauspicious. The King of Lotharingia and the Queen of Sardinia. That said, the Queen of Sardinia we're going to get under our control soon enough. We are of a different faith. We're not her rightful liege. There's a lot of reasons for her to not accept vassalage, but we're going to be going after her eventually anyway. This is part of the de jure Empire of Italia, which is not currently created. Okay. I think going after the White Horde right now is the right thing to do. We would just conquer the Duchy of Calabria. So that'll be a pretty quick war, all things considered. We're going to grab this and raise all. They bring in a holy war, an ally. What's their strength at? 46k? Sure. Reasonably strong, but nothing we can't handle. So up to 20k here. There's their forces. Okay. This is good enough. And let's make our way up. They are going to embark here. I'm not sure exactly what their embarkation plan is. Like, after they embark, what's the goal? Come to Syracuse. Okay. Sure, I'm fine with that. So we're just going to leave behind, I don't know, about 20k so that they can't easily stack wipe it. And we're going to walk on down. This seems fine. I don't have any problem whatsoever with this. They're recently disembarked, but they might not be by the time we get there. That's fine. It doesn't matter either way. We're going to have the defensive terrain here. It's in plains, but we're still... they're running away. Sure. We can extort our subjects. I guess we might as well. And this is going to go extremely poorly for them here. I kind of expect that to stack wipe. Yeah, it did. Beautiful. And these guys are disembarking here. They were. They decided not to. Probably for the best. We're already at 90% war score. We're going to get this done. This is going to end the war, actually. Okay. War is over. So we'll disband our troops, and this territory needs to be granted right on out. Excellent. We are a little bit low on our prestige. We could probably consider doing something like a grand tournament to boost up our prestige here. We're truced with a lot of people right now. No doubt about that. Palestine would be a very awkward attack for us. We're truced... Oh, we're no longer truced here, but a duchy conquer would still be a little too expensive. So I think that the right thing to do at this point is to do a grand tournament. So plan that. That'll be here in Kong, and we're going to put in... What do we got? Skill 2s? Okay. We'll do board game, duel, wrestling, and we'll do recital and archery. Okay, that seems fine. I don't think we'll have a champion. Our intent is to triumph, and we're going to max out our costs. Excellent. We've still got 15,000 gold, so we might as well do some more upgrades over here as long as we're at it. So let's grab our upgrade in Laraba, in Buwaki. That'll all be fine. Most of this is maxed out at this point, or very, very close to it. Yeah, there's not a whole lot else that can be done here. Over in Warodugu, we can absolutely build blacksmith districts. We probably want to get a caravanserai in there eventually. But for now, honestly, we're powerful enough in terms of our economy. Like, look at this. This is insane. We have so much money. And we're not even, like, we're going to lose some of that money when we succeed because we've got some of this going on. But we have so much money at this point, it doesn't matter. The Grand Tournament is opening, and we're going to head to the tourney grounds. Yeah, our knight score can go up, and they can gain some glory. We are going to accept that ransom. Sounds good. And let's hop back into the tournament. So we've got the temple next. We could definitely do that. 3, 2, 1, and we can head to the temple. Losing stress is not a bad thing. Done. That sounds good. So we're, of course, gaining a bunch of prestige here. And let's hop into the tourney grounds. Losing 21 stress, score goes up, and we lose 21 stress. Done. We don't need much score, but we're looking good here. Cool. So we've definitely gotten a lot of prestige, no doubt about that. Eminent guests are arriving and gaining us more prestige. Let's hop into the tourney grounds here, and our score would increase slightly, but we're most interested here in the stress reduction. That brings us down to level 1. Okay, so the contest is beginning. We are ready. So we would knock this guy out. Yeah, we won, but he sent the chess pieces flying. So we're going to knock him out of that tournament, and we need to continue to progress through the tournament. Absolutely. We can do this. 5% chance. That's not great. It's a ploy. Our current strategy is sound. Okay. 44% chance of score going up. Sure. Technically, this one is slightly better. And we win. Fantastic. So we won the board game tournament, I think. Or at least we won that stage of it. Yeah, we knocked him out. So now we're in the finals. And this is going to be against her? Sure, we can do this. We're already at 70%. So we could accuse her of cheating. And honestly, that's the best choice here. Excellent. What else do we have here? Draw from our knowledge of warfare, probably. Actually, time for a daring move. And we win. Fantastic. So that is the board game won by us. That's going to be a bunch of prestige, which will be very useful in our expansion. We won. We actually won. So we're now a Grandmaster. We're now waiting for the duel to begin, and we are going to have some successful training here. We're guaranteed to qualify, so that looks good. We're going to head to the temple next, and what do we got here? 100 prestige? Ooh, 150 prestige, actually. Do it. We need the prestige. And it was actually going to be piety, not prestige, but we did get prestige in the end, so that's great. Tourney Grounds is next going to be losing 63 stress. Ooh. Definitely done. Bringing us down to stress level 0. I love it. And we are ready. Let's see how this duel goes. We've already won one, which is good. We can be ambidextrous, and our score would increase greatly. We are happy with that. That will also reduce our stress. 59% chance or 60% chance. This is the best odds by a very small margin. Looks like we won that round. Fantastic. Okay, next round. We can do this. 62% chance of our score going up moderately? Do it. 61. So this is 23 and 23. These are the exact same. We must remember our training. And we win. Beautiful. So we are now through the semifinals, and it is time for the finals. We can do this. Our score would increase minutely. We would gain Roguish Duelist, and we'd lose 21 stress. He would not be very happy. We are going to use... Oh, wow. We're going to use the pommel as a missile, and he gets ended rightly as a buff here. Someone's been watching a certain YouTube creator. Okay. Not me, obviously. Finally, a chance. So we must remember our training, probably. Yeah, that'll be fine. And we win the duel as well. So far we're 2 for 2. Fantastic. So that is going to get us a whole bunch of prestige there. 750 prestige. We're up to 3,000 now. And what do we want to do here? Sure, we'll pay gold. It doesn't matter. I don't actually want to recruit that guy, but whatever. It's okay. Next up, we'll go to the temple. What do we got here? There's a bunch of stress because we're zealous. We're just going to take the piety. I don't want the stress. So that sounds fine. We are, of course, doing the wrestling next. So let's head to the tourney grounds. We are on track to qualify. Actually, 150 prestige. Done. Normally, I would have taken the moderate increase, but we really don't need it. So we are ready, and we died. Well, that's awkward. Okay. This guy put us in a headlock and killed us. I've never seen that happen in a tournament before. Okay. Let's get back to the tournament. Sure. We're not really going to be able to do too much in the tournament. We can't participate in it. We are currently 14. So that happened. We need a new Chancellor, we need a new Steward, we need a new Marshal, and we need a new Spy Master. I've never seen that happen before. So factionalism is a thing, and this is our regent, who is Princess Magdalena of Poland? She was our father's wife. Okay. We're going to work on swaying her. because we're going to need to get her opinion up. That shouldn't be too bad to do. We're 3 above our limit here. Yeah, the Grand Tournament is just going to happen from here on out. We might be able to participate in the recital. I don't know. Well, that was very awkward. No doubt about it. A fine contest indeed. A well-deserved win. Okay. So, we are not competing. We can't do a triumph at this point. Yeah. So we can't compete in any of these because we're underage, presumably. I would think that we'd be able to participate in... Yeah, we can't because we're a child. You'd think we'd be able to participate in the recital, but whatever. So I guess we can head over to the... Let's see. What would we even want to do? I kind of want to get more prestige. Yeah, we lost the bet. I'm not surprised about that. Well, that was certainly an awkward time to die, but we're on primogeniture, so it doesn't matter that much. We lost a little bit of the prestige we had built up, but we're actually fairly close on that front. So that's not too bad. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, this kid's going to come of age, and we're going to continue pushing our borders. What this does mean is all of our truces are reset. So there's that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.